Tim the father of her child? Oh my God. Not secrets.
What?
Brenay and Tim. Subby said, baby, I need an update. Here I come. All right, so this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You got to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comments, and subscribe. Okay, so Subby gave me a little list of things that they want me to say, and I'm going to try to remember all of that. So let's get into it before I forget. All right, so Spirit is acknowledging that they're trying to act very naive and gullible at this time. Like, what happened? I don't remember that. That's not what happened. So you're trying to be very gullible and naive, but this is making you look very inexperienced and stupid. But that's okay, because they want to play that role energetically, because that makes them feel like, oh, see, I didn't know kind of energy. And so that is their thought process. That's how they're trying to get organized around their heart chakra, having imbalances and or delays, which creates total misalignment. These two being together is very naive, gullible, and silly as well, because it's all of this heart chakra here acknowledging pride, ego, people-pleasing energy, but higher intuitively you knew it wasn't going to work. So you touch the fire, you get burned, but it was your choice to get burned, I'm assuming, because that's the energy. That's the energy. Anywho, let's keep going. But there's this energy of passion with these two, and sensuality and amorousness and chemistry and longing and an instant crush. But now you're drowning in their emotions. Tim is drowning in Brenay's emotions. Brenay is drowning in Tim's emotions. And how did we get here? How did they get here? Not we, but them. They got here because of this being lured into this temptation, this adder, this intimacy, this proposal and message of love. And now you're lazing around like a bump on a log, filled with disdain, inertia, false start, no response, and disinterest. This is also my pregnancy card. All right. So Spirit is also acknowledging that there's some names that we want to talk about. Hold on. But let's just stay here real quick. Brenay and Tim, Brenay and Tim, Brenay and Tim. There's emotional pain. The water sign energy could be connected, but there's sadness, depression, fear, anxiety, right? And wanting to clear, cancel, and release this energy, broken heart. And this is going to put someone in the hospital. This feels like a health concern, okay? And Spirit... Spirit says, you know, people like, when monkeys fly, that's when I'll believe it. Where's a flying monkey? So you might as well believe it, because there's an awakening coming that's going to blow y'all's face fronts up, not back, up. And it's going to be shocking information, revelation. Oh my God. And this is in the legal document. This is in the court of house, the courthouse, the court of house, the house of court, courthouse. Okay. Spirit says something else in the middle of the deck. You guys are twin flames, and the other is keeping the other bound. Okay. This is a star-crossed lever. Every time you touch it, you get burned. Now, Spirit is also acknowledging that the subby said her sister. Okay. So Brenay has a twin, right? Subby said Brenay has a twin. And it's speculated, Subby said, that the twin, now this is crazy, if this is what y'all do, the twin, let me get it right, the twin also messed with Tim, and the twin has a baby by Tim, allegedly. Okay, listen, child. So the twin and Tim, okay, did y'all meet each other as children? What's going on? And it feels like Tim had a lot of emotional issues, could be around the age of 11, but also acknowledging that it's a mirroring number. So there's this energy of him needing to take accountability and responsibility for his actions as an adult, but it's also acknowledging that he was hurt as a child. There's a lot of sexual sacral energy around here, sexual energy, emotional energy, creative energy, but also solar plexus energy, the fire and ability to do what you want to do because you can. And at the heart of it, look, he was young, it's peace. At the heart of it, he wants peace, but there's this energy of his childhood being disrupted and or disturbed, creating a lot of emotion. Did they meet each other as children? Spirit is also acknowledging that he's blocked her, that she has no access. Speaking of the twin, but also that there's this path, that there's something happening in the distant future with these two. So as a child, did he block her? But then later on down the line, it looks like he did mess with her. Third party stitch. Y'all share? Don't. So Tim and Brenay's twin sister, because that said third party stitch. Or did Tim have somebody else? Now I'm like, Spirit say, yep. Wait, Tim, you are busy. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because I did a reading on Tim, Brenay, and Akira. So Akira, because Spirit said, yep. And then y'all going to court too. Got it. Oh, and is she mad? She's mad. Well, now which one is this? I don't know if this is the twin, if this is Brenay, if this is Akira. And it goes back to his childhood. Did y'all go to Catholic school? Because what in the world? Is somebody a pastor, a preacher? This is interesting because, again, as a child, there seems like there was some trauma, and one could have gone to a pastor, a pope, a priest for assistance around this third party situation. Now, this is a situation because this feels like it happened in the church, allegedly, Tim. And now there's death, mental, physical, emotional, and or spiritual, sending the collective energy, love, and light. Wow. Okay, so Tim and Akira. Oh. Child, y'all are busy. Okay, on the surface, it was bliss. Someone thought that they were just in love. Akira thought she was in love. But you was actually in the community. Like, you had community. Pink, pink. All right. And so now there's this energy of karma. Karma is coming because you've been a thief. Stealing. All right. And she said that she's going to be single, sexy, and successful. Okay. Ciao. All right, so this is a tangled web. Okay, Brenay and Akira. Giving up, stubborn. Someone is refusing to compromise with a lack of trust. There's a struggle. Someone feels overwhelmed, paranoid, and defensive when it comes to those two. Spirit is also acknowledging subconsciously that it's time for introspection. It's time for self-reflection. And in the middle of the deck, someone is acknowledging too that there is an opportunity for them to have progress, and they are moving forward with this breakthrough in the area of fire. That's a Page of Wands. Okay, Akira and Tim. Loss, grief, sorrow, disappointment, despair, disappointment in relationship problems, Akira and Tim. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, giving up due to someone being stubborn, refusing to compromise, a lack of trust, struggle, overwhelmed, paranoia, defensive. And with the Strength card in reverse, feeling vulnerable, insecure, self-doubt, low confidence, coward, low energy, disbelief, and an abuse of power. Brenay and Tim. The Emperor is in reverse. Domination, rigid, excessively controlling, a lack of discipline, stubborn. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, pessimistic, careless, cold-hearted, emotional, sarcastic, easily influenced, no presence of mind. And this is interesting. In the middle of the deck, someone is going to leap off the cliff, not literally, but literally, figuratively, in that they're going to have a fresh start, a new beginning. They're going to go off on their own. They're going to have to start over somewhere else, right? Because they lost money. Heart chakra has imbalances and delays. They don't have healthy boundaries, and they're not standing on solid ground. There's a lack of long-term vision with these two. Laziness, lack of reward, being delayed, impatience, limited success, unfinished work. Now, Tim and Brenay's twin sister. Exhaustion, defeat, giving up, yielding, lack of self-confidence and motivation, overwhelmed with the Seven of Wands in reverse, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, failing business, poor financial decisions, materialistic instability, obsessed with wealth, status, and possession. What? Are y'all fighting over him? Keep it moving. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, self-absorbed, financial independence, imbalance of family or work. Dependence, obsessed with status. What? Are these two sisters fighting over him? All right, wait. And then the subby said, is Tim the father of her child? Oh my God. Not secrets. Ah! What in the world is going on? I'm stuck. Wait. Lack of self-trust, out of touch, silence, dissonance, accepting surface knowledge. Y'all, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. So Brenay and her twin. See energy. Failing business, poor financial decisions, materialistic instability, obsessed with wealth and status, possessive, subconsciously acknowledging that they're both happy and successful and fun. However, in the middle of the deck, there's exhaustion with these two. Defeat, giving up, yielding, lack of self-confidence, motivation, overwhelmed with the Seven of Wands. Brenay and her twin. Brenay and her twin. Family. Oh. There's a surprise in the family. Because someone is enamored and in love. And this is a shock. This is a surprise. With the nice guy. And now there's a message of concern, which creates emotional pain. And why is there emotional pain? Because I'm asking for these two sisters. Y'all in love with the same man. How is that possible? Someone is single, sexy, and successful and moving on from the bliss in the relationship. And the community is watching. Spirit said thumbs up. That's it. Wow. Okay. So, hey. Thank you, Spirit. That's crazy. Y'all in love with the same man? Allegedly. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Y'all call me back.